Certain details regarding the 5th episode of House of the Dragon have been leaked, and I figured what we would do is look at them and talk about whether or not they could be correct, and if so, what it means for the grander scheme of things.
Boy, this again, huh?
We're also going to be looking at the teaser trailer and see what information we can take from it, to see if it matches up with the leaked episode summary. But before we do that, please leave a like and subscribe. You can always unsubscribe at a later date if you don't like what I'm posting. It's completely free and no hard feelings if you want to go. And I just want to apologise on top of this. My voice is completely shot. I'm not sure what's up with it. I think I have tonsillitis, we're not clear. But come on, we're going to power through and have a nice time anyway. Right. Let's crack on. So for those who don't know, summaries for most of the episodes were leaked prior to the airing of the premiere. And so far, all of the summaries have been fairly accurate. There are some things that didn't happen, such as the lost dragon Vhagar being claimed by Lana in episode 2, where it could have been cut for time, we don't know. This is actually the last episode with Millie and Emily, so I hope it's a really good send-off. The time jump will happen in episode 6, and that means that the new actors will take over, playing older versions of Rhaena and Alicent. Emma Darcy as Rhaena and Olivia Cooke as Alicent. I've mentioned before how much I love Olivia Cooke, so I'm really looking forward to that. But it's going to be so sad losing Millie Alcock. She's been fantastic. She's one of the highlights of the show for me. Now, before we get into the leaked summary, let's look at the other leaks available for this episode. First, we have this image. Look at the clapperboard. 105 is the number of season and episodes, which matches what we saw on the clapperboards when they filmed Game of Thrones. So we know there's a scene in this episode filmed in Cornwall, featuring the character Joffrey. Not to be confused with Game of Thrones' Joffrey Baratheon, one of the most notorious villains from the original series. We also have the casting brief for young Lenore, where it's included that he's involved in one scene of kissing, with consent. So that could either be with Joffrey or Rhaenyra. One of the other things we know about this episode is that there will be a scene set in the water, as Darren Bailey is credited as the marine coordinator for this episode, as well as 4 of the others. Looks like we're heading to water. Maybe a scene set on the boat? Right, so let's delve into the episode 5 leaks. Lord Lionel Strong is appointed the new hand. Well, at least Otto has more time to work on that list experiment he's been working on. Reckon he signs on. We might get a scene next episode where Otto goes to collect his dole money. Lady Rhea Royce dies in an accident. Okay, that isn't what I expected. I was sure Daemon was gonna kill her. Out of all the rumoured Daemon kills in the book, Harwin, Lenore, etc., I always felt like this one was by far the most likely to be his own doing. But if these leaks are real, then I guess it's an accident. Poor Rhea. Finally showing up, only to die. Rhaenyra and Lenore's wedding is scheduled to take place on Driftmark. A royal wedding, what could possibly go wrong? We had the red wedding and the purple wedding. What colour will this one be, I wonder? The bride and groom agree before the wedding to make an heir and then dine as they see fit. Clearly they've been watching The Office and took Michael Scott's advice to only eat soup or something light to heart.
Probably get soup or something light.
Reminds me of my favourite joke from the Mel Brooks film The History of the World Part 1, where there's a banner that says buffet and orgy, first served, first come. They could do with that banner being put up in King's Landing by the sounds of it. Loris tells Alicent that Rhaenyra was given moon tea. So this moon tea is basically the morning after pill, isn't it? In the previous episode, her dad sent her some to prevent any unwanted pregnancies as a result of the sexual encounter with Kristen. Viserys clearly doubts that his daughter is still a virgin. Alicent is shocked by this information and gets Kristen to admit to sleeping with Rhaenyra by accident. Alicent can't exactly take the high ground here, can she? She's sleeping with her dad. No, her own dad. Rhaenyra's dad. At the wedding, she wears a shade of green, which is explained to be from the ancient war banners of the Kingdom of the Reach. I wonder if this will be the same outfit we see Olivia Cooke wearing in the promotional material. Daemon is still allowed on Driftmark. Yeah, for now. Give it a week and he'll be banned from there too. At least he doesn't have to miss the wedding of his niece. It's kind of ironic how his wife dies and the woman he fancies get married on the same day. He has flirts with Rhaenyra and Lena as well. Flirting with a woman on a wedding day. Who did he get his advice from? Michael Scott?
She's engaged.
BFD. Engaged ain't married.
Between this and eating after sex, I swear these characters are getting all their advice from The Office. Sir Joffrey Lonmouth is killed by Criston after Joffrey tells him about the moon tea. Good. Well, I was hoping someone would die. If no one died at a Game of Thrones wedding, then something is very wrong. Criston confesses his sins at Godswood and prepares to commit suicide. Wow. That's heavy. We essentially saw him raped in the previous episode. It was a proper Harvey Weinstein situation. Rhaenyra used the power over him to make him sleep with her. So, does he feel like he's betrayed his oath? Interesting. Alicent finds him praying and saves his life. All I can see here is a scene from Home Alone with the old man, but it's Alicent's instead. My voice is wrecked today. Sorry about that. The wedding is a very rushed and quiet ceremony after all the chaos. Wait, is that it? Criston doesn't even die. Only Joffrey. Surely there's got to be more bloodshed than that. This is a Game of Thrones wedding. Anyway, as usual, I'm now gonna put on the next time trailer and pause it as we go along and comment on what we say. I haven't seen this yet, so hopefully it lines up with the leaked summary. Here we go. This show just knows how to hook you in, doesn't it? Dragons flying within 2 seconds in the preview. Can't wait for next week. Mushroom! Look, okay, this dwarf is probably Mushroom. In Fire and Blood, he had access to quite a lot of the behind-the-scenes political intrigues. I really hope we get to see his character fleshed out. Think of him as a bit of a scheming jester.
I hope to herald in.
So, it looks like the wedding ceremony is taking place in the throne room in King's Landing. But the leak said Driftmark. Wait, maybe they elope after all the trouble goes down, so just rush the thing in the throne room in the end of the episode, maybe? Criston is beating up a guy. My guess it's Joffrey? It looks like we're seeing Daemon's wife fall off a horse, which is in the book, but they're also now implying that Daemon personally travelled to the Vale to do it. Because look, it looks like he's in the same place as his wife, so he probably will kill her. And yet the leak says it was an accident. I don't know what to think.
Aegon to rule.
I'll tell you what, I genuinely have goosebumps after that. It felt like this was a promo for the rest of the series, but I can't believe this is just next week. I'm looking forward to getting more dragons. I'm excited every week to see those dragons. They look beautiful every time. So yeah, this has been the leaked episode summary. What do you guys think? Do you think it's accurate like the rest of them have been? Sorry that my voice has been shot for this episode. It'll be better next week. We're gonna be covering these leaks each week. So like and subscribe and stay tuned in. Alright, I'm gonna let you go now. I need to give my voice a rest. Alright, bye.